Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. My name is Saima and welcome to Saima's Experience. In this video today, I'm going to go over 3 secrets that lazy but smart Turo hosts utilize all the time. And I would definitely consider myself as a very lazy person, and I try to conserve as much of my time as I possibly can because that's definitely the highest value thing to me in my life. I think a lot of times when Turo hosts get started on the marketplace, they are kind of surprised about how variable their schedules can sometimes get because you get bookings at all times of the day, different start times, different end times, 7 days a week, and it can be, interrupting to your schedule. And so you want to maintain as consistent of a schedule as possible. And I'm going to share some real life examples for you guys. So the number one secret that I would share with you guys is having cars on the platform that you can remotely connect to. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly how that works and what that looks like. Now, for me personally, every morning I'm up around 5:30 a.m., have my coffee, I get ready, and I have to get my workout in. And sometimes I get early morning bookings like I did today. And if I had to drop my schedule and go do that rental in person, it would be disruptive to my morning schedule. So I love having cars that I can remotely control, which means I can lock and unlock them and I can track them so that I don't have to be there in person. And of course, that gives me the added value of being contactless in case people aren't super comfortable with meeting with you in this day and age. So literally, I got up this morning, I dropped my Corvette off, I left my key in a safe spot, and I was able to remotely lock it. When my guest got there, which was almost an hour later, he just sent me a message, let me know he was there. Of course, I did all my ID verification. And from this easy, simple to use app from Chevrolet, I was able to unlock the car extremely easily. And it just saves you so much time and you get to preserve your schedule, which is the most important thing. So as you can see from this app, all I have to do is open up the My Chevrolet app. I can lock and unlock the car. And the beautiful thing about many of these apps that are provided by the manufacturer is that they do give you added capabilities, such as checking in on the health of your vehicle if there's any issues going on. So from the app, you can see I'm able to do like emissions checks. I can see where the oil change life is at. I can even see mileage, PSI, tire pressure. So it makes your life a whole lot easier. And most importantly, you get to save time because you're not operating on the schedule of the renter. You get to maintain your own schedule, which, allows for you to have a more efficient and productive day, and your time is the most valuable thing. All right, so the second and third thing that I'm going to mention is I find that most Turo hosts, I'm willing to say probably 90% of Turo hosts don't either know about this stuff or they don't utilize it, and it is absolutely a game changer. It's literally, these are the things that have kept me going as a Turo host for almost 7 years now because it has just freed up my time. So the second thing is using mobile services, right? Thanks to everything that has happened in the last couple of years, many service providers have taken their businesses mobile. So they've gotten rid of their brick and mortar shops and they have become mobilized, which is amazing, right? You would think oftentimes for services like mobile bumper repairs, mobile rim repair, mobile tire repair, or even just getting your tires changed would come at a premium. But actually, because of everything that happened in the last 2 years, and because so many business owners have cut their overhead by no longer having those brick and mortar shops, they are able to stay relatively competitive in terms of pricing. Now, 2 weeks ago, I literally had 3 of my cars, my Porsche Cayman, my Audi TT, and my BMW 6 Series, all 3 of them had a nail in a tire. So I had 3 tires that I had to repair. Now imagine if I had to take all 3 cars to a shop, one by one, wait there, let it get repaired, come back, take the next, come back, take the next. I mean, it would take forever. That's an all day kind of a thing that you would have to deal with. And these things do happen. But I love to use Yelp. Yelp is a phenomenal tool for finding mobile automotive services. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a demonstration here. As you guys can see on my Yelp app, I just go on there and I look for the service that I need, right? So in this case, I needed a tire repair service because I had nails in all the tires. I had rentals coming up and I had to get this car out. Yelp is amazing in that it's going to show you service providers that are in your area. But my absolute favorite thing about it is the feature where you can request for a quote and you will also get competing offers. This allows you to efficiently price shop without having to call around, without having to ask for availability, without having to really do too much work when it comes to scheduling. So Yelp will automatically find similar service providers that are mobile, that do tire repair. They will collect the information for the job that you need and they will send it out to different service providers in your area. In the messaging section, you will literally get messages back from these business owners or somebody from that business. They will give you pricing and they will schedule your service right then and there. And it saves you so much time because you don't have to call around. You can see exactly what the different price points are from service providers and you can go with whatever is most cost effective for you. Now, yes, some of the mobile service providers do charge a premium because they go at it from the angle of, hey, we're coming to your house. It is, a lot of value, especially when it comes to like changing tires and things like that, but you can still find phenomenal deals. I've done mobile bumper repair, literally right on my driveway, had my entire 6 Series front bumper repainted, which was amazing and I got it at a great deal. I've done rim repair, so that pesty curb rash that we all get inevitably on all of our cars. I have a great provider that literally just comes to my driveway and he takes care of it within an hour to 2 hours. Like I said, I've done tire repair. There's just so many things that you can find and it is just so time saving and oftentimes can be cost saving as well because you don't have to worry about going to a shop, dropping your car off, taking an Uber back home, then going back and picking it up. And it's a whole ordeal, right? Especially if maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you have kids, maybe you have other rentals that are going out. It can get extremely difficult to keep up with the maintenance and the repairs on your vehicle. So this is by far one of my favorite tools that I utilize all the time. And it just saves me so much time that, even if some of these services are at a premium, I'm willing to pay it because my time is more valuable than saving, $20, $30 by going to a local shop instead. So that is one of my favorite tips. And I really hope that, this is of some value to you guys. Now, if you're liking this video so far, I would so appreciate it if you hit that like button and show me your support. And if you like this channel, be sure to subscribe. I do post videos on a weekly business about all things Turo. I've been doing this for almost 7 years and I have hosted thousands of trips and I just try to share all my experience until this day. I'm still learning, I'm still discovering and trying to share with you guys all the tools that I personally use. Okay, now let's move on to secret number 3, which comes highly recommended from so many hosts that I am personally such good friends with. And again, it's one of those things that I would say probably 90% of hosts either don't know about or they don't utilize it. And that is using fleet management apps. Whether you have 1 car, 3 cars, 5 cars, 10 cars, using fleet management apps are extremely useful. The primary reason for that is it helps you automate a lot of your business. Now, one of the things that you really want to maintain as a great Turo host, and hopefully you're becoming a power host or an all-star host, is that you want to maintain your response times. You want to maintain good communication and customer service with your guest. And fleet management apps are fantastic in that they allow you to automate your communication. So basically you can set up pre-canned responses. So as soon as a booking comes in, it will automatically shoot off a message, share with them all the details about their upcoming trip, and it just makes life so easier. Now, there are some really great fleet management apps out there that come highly recommended by Turo hosts. The two most popular ones that I hear so much about is CarSync and also streetsmarts. So I'll put the links down below so that you guys can check them out. But I know people love using these because along with the automation, it also shares with you a ton of data and analytics on how your cars are performing, what you can do in terms of pricing strategy. It helps you with reimbursements. So, people are getting tickets or they use toll roads. It helps you automate a lot of that type of stuff, which makes your life far more easier. And most importantly, it helps you expand your business because you're running something that is efficient and you are leveraging these types of tools and resources. Now, let's say, for example, you're in a situation to where maybe you already have a car. I'm going to give you guys some alternatives to these tips. Let's say you have a car and that manufacturer doesn't have an app that allows you to remotely connect to your vehicle. An alternative that you can use is also a lockbox system. Lockboxes work great. You can get them off of Amazon. They're extremely cheap. They're typically in the range of $30 to $40. And that's another way to free up your time, leave a key in a safe and secure manner while giving your guest access in a contactless way. And it makes your life a lot easier. Now, if you're not so tech savvy, or maybe you just don't want to deal with another app where you have to input your Turo credentials, or you have privacy concerns and you're not interested in using a third-party fleet management style app, another thing that you can do to kind of help yourself semi-automate your stuff is you can just create pre-canned responses on your phone, right? If you're on an iPhone, you can simply use the Notes app, write out your welcome messages, write out your messages for ID verification, write out your messages for any tips and tricks about the car, and anytime a booking comes in, you can make it really generic and just copy and paste and send that out because you really want to maintain great response times and great communication with your guests. One of the things that you'll notice when people leave reviews is that they will almost always review you as a host first and then your vehicle. And a lot of that experience comes from your communication as a host with your guest. So it's incredibly important to do that. All right, you guys, so these are just some of my favorite tips and tricks for lazy hosts, but that are smart and efficient in leveraging resources and making the most out of your time. You want to spend your time not on physically running your Turo cars, but thinking about how you can expand, how you can squeeze more margins out of the vehicles that you have, and most importantly, how you can create a better experience. If you want to learn more about how to be a top-notch Turo host, check out my website, powerhost.club, where I have a full A to Z course on exactly how I operate my business as a Turo host and everything that you need to know to provide the best experience. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments section, and I would love to know if there are any other tips and tricks that you use as a Turo host that you would recommend to the community. Definitely chime in below, or if you utilize some of the ones that I mentioned, what has that experience been like so far? Thanks again, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.